Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and good night. Welcome back to my Know Your Enemy series, the series where we play the most powerful, the most consistent, and the most successful decks on ladder and learn how to play them and hopefully how to beat them. Today we're going to be looking at Pirate Warrior. So Pirate Warrior has been around for a couple of seasons. In fact, it is the only deck to survive the Un'Goro rotation virtually unchanged except for one tech legendary that it didn't really need, Sir Finley Murgleton. Rest in peace, Sir Finley. To say Pirate Warrior is an aggro deck would be a criminal understatement. It is my pick for the most aggressive deck in the format. It's looking to put on huge early game pressure with fast minions and 8 main deck weapons and never let up that pressure. If it loses momentum, the deck fizzles and can only rarely drag itself across the finish line using some clutch top decked burn. What it lacks in subtlety, it makes up for in blinding, sickening 30-0 on turn 4 speed. So again, we're looking for N'Zoth's Maid, Bloodsail Raider, excuse me, and Fiery War Axe. Wow, that's almost perfect. I really thought they were all going to come up. This is still better. If we upgrade first to give this guy taunt, we pass up on upgrading our Fiery War Axe, which is 5 damage for 1 card, which is obviously absurd. These two also make for a really good turn 3 put together. We're probably willing to forego the Frothing Berserker so that we can preserve our weapon. Don't kill my guys! Wow. You got there. We upgrade first. He does have answers for this right in hand. Might be worth just throwing Frothing out there. No, we still want to preserve the weapon, so we go upgrade. We do this, and we actually attack not his face with the weapon in an attempt to save this Bloodsail Corsair, because we'd really like to get a face hit in with this. If that happens, then we've traded 4 damage in for 6, which is worth. Man, that card is so good in Paladin. So we do get the 6 damage off of this, so we're pretty happy. We get to cheat our Dread Corsair out. That's awesome. So we get to dump our hand here, which is exactly what you want to do with this attack. Steven has taunt. I was gonna say that I misplayed there, not attacking with the South Sea first, but I actually think it was just correct because he had a 1/4 taunt, so this couldn't kill it. I'd just run it in for free, and this way it survives. It is a shame not to have charge there. I got real excited about it. Make them 2/2s. Yeah, it's hard to get away from that one, buddy. So one of the nice things about this deck that we haven't talked about yet is that we are going to attack here to clear the way for our South Sea Captain. One of the nice things about this deck that we haven't talked about yet is that because it is so aggressive, it makes its game times relatively low, which lets you play more games in X amount of time than you would otherwise be able to. We're committed to clearing the way here. Which is valuable if you're interested in climbing the ladder, because the journey up to 5 is really about how many games you play. Because of the win streak mechanic, if you go 50-50, you will climb eventually. And we just ignore that. We ignore that. We don't care. No, we don't care. We run into his face. Pirates! Pirates attack the face! According to, like, good Hearthstone principles, that was actually bad here because he can eat this 2/2 for free, and this guy has an Anthem, so that's a really good trade for him. But because of how all in this deck is on getting in its early damage, you don't get to really take that kind of thing into account. You have to attack the face. When it's available, you have to attack the face. This guy just shuts down our awesome weapon train here, doesn't he? Do we have to take a turn off? No, we're pirates. We'll try to contest him with minions. I can feel it, team. Yay! He didn't even freeze our face. Wow! The misplays. Is that going to a creature? This man is a maniac. Ooh, that is what you call a good pull. We don't even care about our armor. Nice counterspell, bro. Are we crushing it here? I think we're crushing it. There's no way he could have known that we had drawn every weapon buff that we have in our deck. And this is super clutch here. But I think it was just correct to send the water elemental into the face there. It looked like it wasn't controlling the board, but it was, because we're trying to get so much damage off of our weapons, and that's almost always the case with Pirate Warrior. Draw our patches, feels bad. Ooh, friends, this is not the best opening hand that I have ever seen. It must be said. He can just clear it with his hero power this turn. Oh! Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. It's honestly a miracle that this didn't hit my 3-drop or something. Could have hit a 4-drop. This card is so good against us. Ah! Ah, kill it dead! Kill it dead immediately! Oh, man. Oh, man. He even ignores it. Wow, he's the aggro deck here. Okay, so what I'm thinking about here is that if I put this damage in chump block here, what am I gaining? That when he eats this, it'll be lethal, but it'll be lethal the other way, the same regardless, because this will still have 3 attack, and it doesn't change my matchup here, and this is going face certainly anyways, so I'm actually holding here against the outside odds that I somehow draw second South Sea Captain into that's my plan. Maybe he misclicks. Oh man, we're getting stomped here. Oh god. Oh, that makes it so good. That makes it so good against my deck. We have to kill this guy here. It doesn't make sense to run this in. At least this time we get to run the option of him trading into us very favorably for him, but at least in that case it saves us the 4 life if he has to spend his attack, and we get our 3 damage in because we are pirates. We attack the face. We can, wow, we can pray is what I was going to say, because our turn 5 is currently upgrade Naga. Our turn is still upgrade Naga. And that, my friends, is not technically lethal unless he has a swipe or he can finally get Wind Fury on this guy. Or that. Also that. Or both that. Also both of those things. Running into a lot of Paladin today. Great. And this deck really wanted to see a weapon, and we've got it. We even have an upgrade. That's pretty good for us. That makes this probably the turn 2 instead of Bloodsail Raider, so that we can make this a 4-3. Though these are more likely to slot into later turns, so it may be worth it to just go ahead and play out the Bloodsail Raider on 2. Now that he's got a 2-2 though, I really want to upgrade so that we can preserve our board. The reason I'm privileging the lives of these minions over, like, strict mana efficiency, perhaps on turn 3, is that the chip damage off of your minions is actually really important in this deck. So much so that I'm actually willing to, again, trade a charge of this for the life of one of my guys. And we get to make the 4-4 as planned. So, like, it is technically more damage to face this turn if we, like, run Patches or our first mate into the Silverhand Recruit and attack the face with our hook. But the difference between the hook and the minions is that the minions are going to be able to attack again on the next turn, whereas the hook is a temporary resource. We're really glad that this is for attack now. We're actually willing to go ahead and upgrade here since we have a clean attack here on board. So we've successfully turned our Rusty Hook into a Fiery Wind Axe just in time to equip an Arcanite Reaper. So we're in a really, 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 really good position here. So good that, wow. Do we have lethal? Maybe this is what, this could be 5. No, we could have 3 and 7, so that's more. So 3, 7, 7. Yeah, okay, that's lethal. And that, my friends, is a crispy turn 5 kill. Pirates! So Pirate Warrior is an amazing ladder deck, especially before rank 5 where the win streak mechanic stops, because it has an incredibly low average game time. You win or lose super quickly with this deck, and as you can see, the dichotomy is as clear as that. When you win, you tend to crush, and when you lose, you feel like your deck does nothing. Playing this deck at the highest level requires deep game knowledge and format familiarity, allowing you to make the key calls as to when to selectively and judiciously not relentlessly attack the face and play some board control. But playing it to a 50-50 win rate is honestly pretty straightforward. If the Feast and Famine gaming experience is your thing, this is a cheap and effective way to crush the ladder and lose friends. Greetings, citizens of the future. Thanks so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're not new to the channel, welcome back. If you found this video helpful, let me know. And if you didn't, let me know why. If you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. I've got a lot of great content coming out very soon, and I would hate for you to miss it. If you have subscribed, mere words cannot adequately express your awesomeness. Comments are for feedback and suggestions, and if you have a deck that you think should be featured on this series, please send me a link. In the meantime, go crush it on the ladder.